delicious. Delicious.
Well, hello there. Welcome once more to Contro's Kitchen. And if this is your first time stopping by, I'd like to say a very warm welcome to you. I am making some simple corned beef stew, and I thought it would be nice to share with you. Very simple. We are going to be having some rice with it. I just picked these scallions from my garden. Everything else is ready set here, and we are just going to be using these simple ingredients to whip up something out of this world yummy. I hope you stick with me. You will enjoy this. These tomatoes actually all came from my garden. I'm super proud of them. So we're going to start off by prepping our ingredients. I'm going to chop my onion. This I'm going to slice to go into the stew. So that's what I'm going to fry the oil with. So half of my onion is going to be cut up this way. And I'm going to collect them onto this plate for later use. This other half I'm going to just cut up into bigger chunks, and that is just going to go in the stew when it's almost done with the peppers. So I'm just going to separate those. I like my corned beef stew to have some texture, so if you want it to be very smooth the very simple way, it's totally up to you. I'm gonna blend that whole onion. I'm also going to add my pepper. I'm just going to use one. I'm saving one for cooking my rice. All 4 cloves of garlic going here as well. I'll cover and blend. These sweet medley peppers I'm just going to slice in the diagonal. Yes, my mom planted some onions, and so we have been harvesting and enjoying the leaves. And so when I said scallions, I mean onion leaves. This is not really spring onions, it's just regular onions. And the leaves are edible. It's going to bring a little pop of color into my stew, bring some perfection. I'm going to pour some oil into my pot. I'm using some avocado oil. Let's say about 1/3 of a cup. My oil is hot now. I'm going to add in my sliced onions. I'm going to let this fry for about an extra minute so onions get golden. Onions are beautifully fried now, golden. Now I'll add in my blended onion, garlic, and pepper. Sizzling, sizzling, sizzling. The blender has a lot of residue still left here, and which is okay. I'm just going to add my tomatoes blend, and that will hopefully wash out everything. I'm gonna add my blended tomatoes. Rinse out my blender and add. I'm going to be cooking some rice as well, so I'm going to wash that. And by the way, this is 4 cups of jasmine rice. So I have a few extra scallions. And I'm going to cook my rice with this. I also have some sprigs of thyme. These look this way because I froze them. I just buy the fresh bunch and then I throw whatever I don't use in the freezer for another day. I'm going to thyme using my scallion. You could definitely also tie with a baker's twine. I'm going to add some coconut milk. I'll also add about 2 cups of water. I'm also going to add some salt. Now I'm going to cover and bring to boil. Check in on my stew. You definitely taste the sweetness of the tomatoes. I'm going to be adding 1 Maggi tablet. I'm going to add just a little bit of curry powder. And for that very classic corned beef stew, like back in the day, I'll add a little bit more, little bit of nutmeg. Yeah. Mix it all up and let it simmer down. Now I'm also going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to be very mindful of the fact that I'm using corned beef, which has a lot of salt. So about this much salt. And if later on, after the corned beef goes in, you need to add some more, you can definitely do that. All right. Cover back so it doesn't cause a mess. Well, now we deal with the star of the show. I bet you agree with me that corned beef of today is not like how it used to be back in the day. They're super soft, easily just disintegrated like there's nothing. We pretty much use it these days just for the flavor. Gonna put my corned beef in now. Peppers have been in here for about 2 minutes. Pretty softened now. So we have our corned beef in here. As you saw, I just try to put them in big chunks. I'm going to try to flick it a little bit. Just leave it like this in here. Let it cook a little bit more uninterrupted. Yes, I'm going with very, very little oil. My rice at this point is done. Super fluffy. It's pretty much well cooked. So I'm gonna take this off the stove so I can fry my plantains. Yeah. Gonna add my onions. Tasting for salt. Perfectly salted. Just gonna let the steam cook the onions a little bit. Perfect. Perfectly cooked. I'm just going to add in my scallions. And you know what that means at this point. Dough is cooked. You just have to wait for these plantains to be done. And it will be chow time. I'm just going to turn this off now. And let this steam take care of everything else.
Delicious. 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 Can you smell the aroma? Yeah. From what she was kitchen. Yeah. Dead. Delicious, yeah, yeah, delicious, dead, delicious, yeah, yeah, delicious, dead, delicious, delicious, dead, delicious,
Ready?
yeah, yeah, delicious. Everything go,
You definitely smell the coconut, like all the way here where I'm standing. Yeah. The little pieces of the thyme. I have a little bit of the crust in here because I don't really mind. And just look at that. Just look. Bits of onion in here. Gonna add some plantains. Now I wish you would be here to join us, but it's not possible. Well, I really hope you're able to try this at home. You will love it. It's just so perfect, just so perfect. Thanks so much for watching. Kindly give me a thumbs up and share. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, Be loving, be kind, be happy.